This is a React app. It built without a single error. The server is returning 200. And this is what it looks like. No stack trace, no red text, nothing to search for. I want to show you why this happens, because it has one cause most of the time, and once you have seen the shape of it, you will never spend an afternoon on it again. Here is why this one is nasty. The build is green. The server says 200. The console has no exception, because no JavaScript ever ran, and you cannot throw from a file that was never loaded. Every signal you would normally trust is telling you that everything is fine. So stop trusting them, and go look at the requests. There it is. The HTML is a 200. The script tag inside it is a 404. The browser fetched the page, read the script tag, went to get the JavaScript, and the server had nothing at that address. So React never mounted, and you are left with an empty root div. The page loaded. The app didn't. Now look at what the build actually emitted. One character. That leading slash means the root of this domain, not next to this page. The page is being served from /preview, /ws7f2a, but the script is being requested from /assets. Different place. Nothing there. And the file itself is completely fine. Ask for it with the prefix in front, and it comes back 200. Nothing is missing from your build. It is the URL inside the HTML that is wrong. Here is the rule. Vite defaults to a base of /. That default is correct for exactly one deployment, your app sitting at the root of its own domain. The moment it lives anywhere else, that default is wrong, and nothing warns you about it. Which is more often than you would think. GitHub Pages project sites. A reverse proxy mounting your app at /app. Preview sandboxes that hand every build its own path. S3 or a CDN serving out of a subfolder. An app embedded in a frame under a path. Every one of these serves your app from somewhere that isn't the root, and every one of them produces this exact white screen. The fix is one property. Base, relative./. Rebuild, and look at the difference. The leading slash is gone. The script is now requested relative to the page that is asking for it. And there it is. Now it does not matter what prefix you are mounted under. The app asks for the file sitting next to it, and it finds it. Before you go and paste that everywhere, two cases where relative is not what you want. 1. You know your prefix, and it never changes. On GitHub Pages, set base to /myapp, /explicitly. It is more predictable, and it survives client-side routing to a nested URL, which relative does not. 2. You use the HTML5 history router with deep links. Land directly on a nested path with a relative base, and the browser resolves your assets against that nested path. Blank page again. Same cause, wearing a new disguise. I care about this one because we shipped it. We build a cloud AI agent, and our preview served every generated app under a path prefix. Landing pages and single-page apps were getting no Vite config at all, so they got the default base, so they were blank, while the dev server inside the sandbox returned a perfectly healthy 200 the entire time. A real user's whole bug report was, "I can't see a thing in the preview." That is all they could say, because there was nothing else to see. No error, no log line, no clue. So here is the thing worth taking away. When something looks broken and every instrument says it is fine, stop trusting the instruments and go read the actual request. The build was green because the build genuinely succeeded. The server said 200 because it genuinely served the page. Both were telling the truth, and both were useless. The only thing that new was the network tab. The repro is linked below if you want to break it yourself. It takes about a minute. And if you want the agent that shipped this bug, it is at nocoder.codes. You bring your own API key, so the tokens cost you nothing, and you review every change before it lands.